Fujifilm Fujinon XF150-600mm f5.6-8 RLM OIS WR. Honest wildlife reach and real results.
The Fujifilm Fujinon XF150-600mm f5.6-8 RLM OIS WR is a super telephoto zoom lens built specifically for Fujifilm X-series mirrorless cameras. In simple terms, it gives you an effective reach equivalent to 229 up to 914 millimeters on a full-frame camera, all packed into a single weather-sealed lens you can actually carry through a forest or along a sports sideline without stopping every 20 minutes to rest your arms. It handles wildlife, birds in flight, distant athletes, and aviation subjects with a linear motor autofocus system that is fast and near silent. 5 stops of optical image stabilization help keep handheld shots usable even at the long end. And that internal zoom design means the barrel never extends outward as you reach for more reach. Imagine never dealing with a creeping zoom or a dust-sucking barrel again. Here are the wins that matter most in real daily use. First, that 229 to 914 millimeter equivalent range means you cover an enormous spectrum of subjects with one lens swap instead of 3. Second, the internal zoom keeps the lens perfectly balanced on a tripod or gimbal, regardless of where you are in the focal range, which is a detail serious shooters genuinely appreciate. Third, weather sealing rated down to -10 degrees Celsius lets you shoot confidently in rain, humidity, dust, and biting cold without second-guessing your gear. Here is where it gets interesting. The 5-stop OIS makes genuinely usable handheld shots possible at focal lengths where most photographers would normally require a tripod. Fourth, full teleconverter compatibility extends your reach to a 914 millimeter equivalent with the 1.4x converter or nearly 1800 millimeter equivalent with the 2x converter. That kind of flexibility inside a single system is difficult to match at this weight. Which benefit changes your workflow most?
I will be honest. When I first heard about an f5.6 to f8 maximum aperture at 600 millimeters, I was skeptical. That sounds like a meaningful limitation on paper. Then I took it out on a bright, overcast morning to photograph herons along a river. At 600 millimeters, tracking a bird lifting off the water, the linear motor locked focus cleanly and held it through the full motion arc. The images came back sharp across the frame, with well-controlled color fringing thanks to those super ED and ED elements. One user who upgraded from the 100 to 400 millimeter version described the internal zoom as solving his single biggest frustration overnight. No more lens creep, no more locking and unlocking, just a smooth, consistent barrel that behaves the same at every focal length. That turning point moment arrives the first time you trust it completely, and it simply delivers. After testing a few options, one thing became clear. Don't just pick any super telephoto zoom lens. Make sure it has a true internal zoom mechanism with full weather sealing, so you never waste your time managing a creeping barrel or worrying about dust intrusion during a long field session again. The Fujifilm Fujinon XF150-600mm f5.6-8 RLM OIS WR solves both of those problems simultaneously while keeping the total weight at 1,605 grams, which is genuinely light for this focal class. A working professional reviewer praised the optical quality as excellent and noted that modern telezooms no longer lag behind primes in sharpness when conditions are good. An Amazon buyer who hiked 3 miles with this lens specifically called out the low weight as a real advantage over full-frame alternatives. DP Review forum users described it as very sharp and versatile, even wide open in strong daylight. One bald eagle photographer paired it with the 1.4x teleconverter and came back satisfied. Which result matters most to you? Comment 1 for reach, 2 for portability, or 3 for weather sealing. The Fujifilm Fujinon XF150-600mm f5.6-8
RLM OIS WR gives you serious telephoto reach, reliable stabilization, and professional weather sealing in a package light enough to carry all day. Thousands of wildlife and sports photographers already use it as their primary long lens. It only takes a few seconds to see if it fits your system and shooting style. Check my affiliate link in the description and pinned comment. You deserve glass that keeps up with you.
For demo videos and current pricing, check the link in the description.